Hey, fellow traders, what's up? It's the Wolf. Welcome to the Wolf Den Trade Recaps. We're excited to have you. Today was Monday. It was a little bit of a slow pre-market, but then we had some massive volume coming in on NERV. We also traded VVPR, IMUX, and added to our short position on MLNT. So with that, let's just roll to executions. Now, if you guys remember, if you guys were watching pre-market scanners, NERV started to get some abnormally decent volume. Let's hop over onto the Jumbotron, Rebecca. Thank you. So look down over here. Volume traded today was 27.7 million shares. The range on the day was $2.71, but the volume was 186 times relative to the 90-day average. So that's agenda volume. So we look into the filings pre-market as we do every morning in the Discord Wolf Trading room, which is open enrollment. Give us a look. We'd love to have you on the team. So we notice that they have an S3. They have a prospectus filing out. They have a dual prospectus filing and the S3, and then they sneak in the 50 million ATM. And then on top of that is an RW filing, which they added that to the S1 previous, which is years back. But it was a little bit, they were a little bit dirty with it, a little sneaky, but it is what it is. Let's just roll executions. So if you look, we had a massive front side entries here. Now I was hopping in this thing big time early. This is a mistake. And then even adding to the position up here, but I went ahead and cut that, and I'm massively underwater at this point. So this is a terrible beginning to my week. Just getting a little bit loose on the front side because of that 50 million ATM conviction. But those are the type of convictions that'll get us into trouble. So as we zoom in here into the bell, I still knew what time it was. I took a late cut here. I waited for confirmation to get in, started adding into a position here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I got hectic at the bell. Okay, so now as soon as the bell opens up, I put hard stops out and I add to the position again. My average is around 775 and I had a stop set at 821. Now I did cut at 821 and then on the way down after confirmation, I start hitting the bid. Now, I know I'm underwater at this point, but I'm still going to trade my game. I'm going to read the order flow. I'm going to trade the tape. And we start to add into a position. We came down a little bit here, pushed back up. I leaned into some more strength right here, adding to the position. Now I start to trim above VWAP. So I'm starting to take profit right here. Taking profit. And then I'm just kind of trading the channel. So we pop up, exhaustion, I'm adding. Boom, we pop down VWAP. I'm starting to take profit. Starting to get a little bit of that profit back. This trade was wrong from the beginning, but we started to figure out what was going on with this. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm shorting into exhaustion and I'm taking profit into exhaustion of strength. Really is what it is, into exhaustion of weakness. So I'm bottom taking exits. We pop back up for another time. Now I had a hard stop on each one of these pushes. This push right here was off of, I believe, the same stop, 821. I'm adjusting the hard stop off of my position sizing. So I have two separate montages set up for that, and I'm just working this order flow right here. Top ticking entries, and then like I said, just taking profit down here. Now we do get under VWAP, and I put together a VWAP scale. So I started to scale into VWAP right here. I had another order out at 720, and I think I had a stop on that around 730, something like that. And then after this, the trade's pretty much over. This is when things started to slow down. The range really died, and the excitement just kind of tailed off. Majority of the shares were already that they wanted to pull into the initial volume, they did. So at this point here, we're just adding into the little bit of strength that there is. And I didn't know that we were going to have a super fade on this, but I did have targets out. In the room, I said my targets were 593 and 563. And my exits were pretty good. I mean, I waited for these targets to get hit. I was waiting all day on these. bottom tick this right into a massive selling candle right there, and then just waiting on these targets, having conviction on our analysis, our technical analysis, especially where the volume is deposited on these charts. That's how I'm coming up with these targets. And then I just waited. Now I tried to add up here, not leaning into initial strength, but I did try to get in off of this lower high at 640, 642. I had a 648 decision point that I was playing off of all day. So I'm still holding a couple hundred shares, looking for 503, or yeah, looking for 503. So overall, that was a decent trade. Excuse me. So let's pull up IMUX. This was a wild trade right here. This thing just starts jumping up on low volume. Bazinga Pro alerted this to me, and it just starts pushing off of low volume. So I start to see some topping here at $18. Now, Bazinga Pro actually alerted this trade when I caught it. It was around 17, or new high a day break right here. So I got onto this chart right around here. I waited to see how this 18 was going to play. The spread was pretty decent, 20, 30 cents, 50 to 75 cents at times. So this was all limit orders. My initial entries, I was chasing a bit. I was trying to get in 798, 794, 775. I think I finally got in 1772. And then that was a partial fill. I left the order and it came back up and gave me the rest of the fill. I had an 1821 hard stop on this. Now this thing is moving. I mean, these 1 minute candles right here are having $1.50 range. So, and then the spread on top of it, this was kind of a dangerous play. This was all hotkeys, and this entire trade demanded my full attention. So I set a target out based off of the first bounce strategy right here that we see all the time on Twitter, and I bottom ticked the massive spread. Was happy about that. Then I start to lean into strength again off of a double top thesis. I get hard stop is triggered, which is fine. That's cool. Always want to protect myself, and especially on this type of a volatility play. And then after that, we get more weakness. I get confirmation. And then we run out of daylight, we close, and I'm not really want to be involved in this trade at all in the aftermarket after hours. I had a 1782 average after the reentry, and I just took it at 1770 or something like that. This was a winner. My majority of my size was up top, and the spread got me, but this was still a profitable trade. So this was a little different, little hotkey action right here. Another trade, I was MLNT. Now this trade, I have a front side position, so I was looking to add into a position play. Wasn't looking to scalp this, but I did notice that this level right here there was some heavy bids, the 72.89, the 200s, a lot of things aligning up. So I did take a scalp here, and then I just kind of scaled into to adding on my front side position. I should have waited. The resistance on this chart shows that we should be getting resistance around $6 right here, and I was early on it. This isn't the best work. I thought we were going to get some fades, but like I said, this is a position play, so we'll be looking for that to fade tomorrow. And then the last trade is VVPR. A lot of guys playing this. I was talking to a couple guys in some different rooms, and people were making money on this long. People were making money on this short. Good volume today on this. Let's take a look at the daily chart on this. So here's the 3-year chart. Yeah, that's what it was. So 3/12/19, we had a runner right here. I pulled up this chart. This is in the runner's room in Wolf Trading, and I noticed that this day right here had a high of 308. Traded 20 million shares at a $2 range. So we were pretty close to the range on it today was $1.50, and we traded 15 million. So about every 5 million So about 10-cent range per million is about where this stock is at, and it's still holding true to the course. So that's good. There's stability in the stock. It looks like that we just finally caught some backside movement on it towards the end of the day. A couple guys in the room timed this one out and got short end of day, and they're swinging this. So congratulations to those guys. I started messing around with this a little bit early, trying to get fancy. I had a couple different strategies on this. I was really starting to look at the volume distribution. Actually, let's pull that up. So you can look at these different volume profiles here. That's what I use. So the majority of this volume consolidation is between $1.17 and $3.20. This is the majority of the volume. Now, if we really want to zoom in on this, which I do, we can take a look at these consolidation areas right here between 204 and 240. And that's what I was playing. I started in at 2. Let's look at executions. So you can see I started in right here around $2 off of this volume consolidation as resistance. Now when this failed, I wanted to wait to the top of the channel here at 240. So that's basically just a little heads up on how I like to trade volume on the higher time frame charts. So here we go. This is a $2 thesis, as I just explained. Stop market triggered, a little bit of slippage, but that's fine. Now I'm just waiting. I'm watching the tape, and I have my strategy. So now here we start to wedge a little bit. I didn't notice it at the time. This wedge breakout, super, super long. Look right here, and what do? I go ahead and short this based off of lower high, lower high, lower high, but didn't really process the fact that we're wedging. This is a long right here, but I did stop out and a little bit frustrated on this, especially just knowing that the tape on this is giving me a different signal than the technical analysis, and I'm an order flow trader, so I just go ahead and trade my gut on it, and I re-enter right after the cut, and I top tick the exhaustion. Now I know that this thing is still strong. I mean, look at this thing, strong all day. So using that same wedge support, right? This second line right here was off of more of the grind from the day. So I did that, and I calculated support, and I threw a limit order out, and I was grabbed, and I basically watched this. So that's what I did. I wanted to scalp the tape and turn this initial loser here and here into a wash trade so I can start fresh, baby. And that's what I did. Now we're coming up to 240. Now, just let me go back over to the Jumbotron. Here's that volume distribution right here. Now here's where we're starting to see the wicks. Right, this was a strong day, one of the strongest days that we've seen on 312. Excuse me. Sorry about that, my throat is a little raspy. So this volume consolidation right here, like we said, $2.40. I'm going to hit that. Rebecca? Right, so I'm going to hit that right here at 240. Now, I really size in right here. I got a feeler. Now I'm leaning into strength on this. A little dangerous, but I have conviction off of my higher time frame analysis, which always trumps my short-term analysis. So I got a starter, an add, and then this is an add after confirmation. This is a partial fill. It comes back up and grabs me, and then not on the first topping, but on the second top at 240, boom, I hit it. I top ticket. Now we start to flush. Now again, at this point, I was trading this, and I alerted the room that I was going to take a little bit off at 218, and then I was going to bring my stop down. My stop was at 244, so I have like a 239 average right here with a 5-cent stop, right? Taking profit at 218. That's a 3-to-1 trade. I'm going to bring my stop down. Brought my stop from 244 down to 236 based off of this right here. And it was triggered. Now, again, I'm watching the tape, and we pop up again. I hit it and take a quick little scalp. Now, this scalp is just super, super quick. That was only like a 6-cent scalp. Basically just trying to be an order flow cowboy right there, I guess. So when we start to fade down a little bit, and I do get a really, really strong confirmation trigger right here. I normally do not mark it into support, but I did here based off of the best bid and best offer action comparatively to the tape. Now I did get out a little bit early because I wanted to ensure that I wanted to lock this one in. This put me in the green right here. This was a green trade at this point. Now there's no way I'm touching this thing, right? Look how strong this thing is. There's no way I'm touching this around VWAP. We had a consolidation and the buyers win. Now we come back up again. Now I wanted to use that 225 line right here, looking for a lower high. You can see above 225 there's a lot of volume. I was expecting that to be resistance, and also there's a wedge right here. Let's just go ahead and draw it. So let me just get rid of some of these. So here's a wedge, enough of a wedge for me to know that other people are looking at it as well. Look at these wicks outside of the wedge resistance. Now this was a wedge resistance thesis. I added here. I got a little gung ho, I guess, right here. And if this is going to break, what I need to do is cut. I should have cut up here. This is not a high a day risks trade, and I did. I ended up putting my stop at high a day and got slipped out. Now at this point, I'm done with the trade. I'm not going to sacrifice all of my profits on the trade. Actually, at this point, I think I did go back into the red on the name. This was a tricky play for me today. I just couldn't get dialed in on it, and it was a loss. Overall, the day was a winner. I'm still holding some shares from NERV. My overall average on NERV was 728, so that was an excellent trade. 728, I forgot to say, was my average, taking profit in sub $6. I'm still holding 300 shares on that, looking for that 503 target. So this trade right here saved me. Not the best trading today. Look at this front side. This needs to be adjusted. This needs to be addressed immediately. So with that said, I hope you guys did better than I did today. Let's go ahead and hop over to the room and see what's running. Actually, here's a fundamental room. We have the we were talking about the S3 ASR, the automatic shelf registration. ARQL just put an S3 out. You guys should be aware of that. And the runners from today, which are going to be on watch for tomorrow morning, AMAG, PTN. PTN had massive dilution today. I missed it. I wasn't going to chase it, but it was dirty and it was heavy on the filings today. NERV, we'll see if that comes up again tomorrow. I doubt it though, but we'll see. VVPR, that's definitely going to be in play for tomorrow as well. And MLNT, I'm going to see how this reacts to that $6 line. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys want, jump in Wolf Trading with us, ask some questions. We'd love to hear your strategies and how you guys are playing the names. And ultimately, let's just all try to work together as a community and just get 1% better every day. All right, guys, thanks a lot for your time. Have a great day. Take care.